Eric and Will are
The Average Podcast.
What is up, everyone, and welcome to The Average Podcast. I'm Will here with Eric, Chris, and Vinny.
Hey.
This is our first podcast. This is the inaugural episode. Just gonna kind of go over a few things so you kind of get a feel of everyone who's in here. I'm Will. I'm a college student. I'm going for computer science degree. 21. I enjoy playing video games and watching movies. Pretty generic kind of guy.
Yeah, we're the Average Podcast for a reason. What's up, guys? I'm Eric. It's my first time ever doing a podcast. I'm pretty excited about this, actually. I like movies and shit. Pretty basic. Music, sports. I just can't wait to get into this. I'm also in college, too. I'm 20 years old and trying to go into criminal justice. And, yeah, this is exciting.
Okay, so I'll go next. So I'm Vinny. I just like the others who've spoken. I'm also at college. I'm the only one though who's away. I'm at Western Illinois University. All of them are at our hometown. These have been my best friends growing up. So this is exciting doing this podcast with them. As mentioned before, we all same things. So we listen to the same music, video games, sports, anything we could talk about. It's pretty much we're all on the same page mostly with it, but there's always open.
We're always debating shit.
So I'm excited to get into this. Yeah, so I'm excited, and yeah.
Yo, what up? My name is Chris. I'm best friends with these three hooligans. I like movies, big movie fanatic, like working out, and the occasional video game here and there. But yeah, we're pretty damn average, and I hope you guys enjoy this.
Yeah.
Cool. So just to give you guys a little bit of what the podcast is going to be about, we're going to pretty much be going over movies, video games, music, kind of entertainment stuff, anything that happens during the week. This week we're going to be talking about a few things, and that'll lead perfectly into our first topic, which is they announced the filming of the new Avengers movie, Infinity War Part 1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, just Eric's Well, Eric, why is Eric about it?
Well, I mean, I don't want to debate. You guys talk about the movie first, and I'll get into.
Well, first of all, I'm excited.
Yeah, let me hear your points.
Yeah, no, I'm stoked. It's I don't know if anyone caught this. The trailer with Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland and Chris Pratt talking. In the background is that scene when Tony sees the rest of the Avengers dead on that hill under Thanos. I don't know if anyone caught that.
I definitely did, and I was excited for that. What I was more excited for, actually, out of that whole thing, and I mean that was pretty big, was not only was the fact that Star-Lord, Chris Pratt, Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man, and Tom Holland Spider-Man were all in one scene. The thing that got me excited was the concept art of Rocket Raccoon and Thor together.
Yeah,
and
Thor.
That was awesome. And Thanos, I heard, is supposed to be the protagonist, even though he's an antagonist. He's the protagonist of the first film.
So
he's going to be the main. He's the main character for the most part.
That's interesting. I didn't hear about that.
They said that he is taking center stage in it all, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I only personally saw the teaser, which was the picture. I haven't actually. Have they come out with an actual trailer yet? I mean, I personally haven't seen it because
they haven't done an actual trailer yet.
Okay, because I was about to say
it was like a Twitter announcement.
Yeah, because the last thing.
Hey, we began filming.
Okay, because I was about to say because you guys were talking about seeing all the stuff with all the Avengers, and they were looking at what were they looking at on the hill with the dead Avengers? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that was from. Was that Civil War?
Avengers 2.
Or Avengers 2?
Age of Ultron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a
a
dream sequence that Tony has.
I remember.
Scarlet Witch puts in his head.
Yeah, I thought you guys were talking about for the upcoming movie, so I was a little confused there. But no, I'm definitely excited. I don't get as logistical with the movies as you guys do, like reading all the updates, but I am a fan of the movies. I mean, because they're definitely what is it? definitely movies that I enjoy. I mean, pretty basic for me. I watch them, and I enjoy them. I don't really get too in depth with them, so I don't know. But Eric's the only one here who doesn't like superhero movies.
I do
Yes,
not like
Eric, why don't you
superhero
tell us
movies,
why you
no.
hate fun for a minute?
No, I mean, dude, it's just my opinion. I mean, if you think they're good like mindless movies if that's what you're into, but
See,
I-
mindless. For
I
mindless,
just, there was nothing
this is where
really
I'm gonna
about.
disagree with you on this.
Nothing
on the
really.
mindless part.
Okay. So this is we're doing my side of like this is
Okay,
just my
let him
opinion.
go, let him go.
It's my opinion. Okay. I mean, okay. So first, when Marvel Studios started off, right, they didn't have the Avengers, right? They just had Iron Man, which was a pretty good film, which with what's his name, Robert Downey
Robert
Jr.
Downey Jr.
And they had the Incredible Hulk which wasn't as good as Iron Man, but it was okay.
Edward
It was
Norton.
Ed Norton, yeah.
Hmm.
And those were good movies. Those were really good movies. And
I
then
agree.
Disney came along, and they purchased Marvel, and then that means they purchased Marvel Studios, and when they did that, I feel like everything just kind of went sappy, and before they had Disney, it was like let's make whatever we want control, we want to make money, and we want to do our own thing like Marvel movies. And then Disney came along and was like, no, we want to see what we want to see, not what the producers or the directors want to see. And that's shitty. That sucks, because then it's like if you're not a comic book fan, like for me, I'm not really into the comics, so I really don't know the whole backstory. Like in the second Iron Man, there was like all the introduction of characters that you had no idea unless you stayed until the end of like those movies, and they had like those after credit shit that like obviously not everybody stays
Spoilers.
for and sees, right? Or if you actually read the comic, then you know who these people are. Like I had no idea who someone comes in. It's like, dude, I don't read the comic books. You know, I'm here to see a movie, and I want to know the plot. I shouldn't be like second guessing on who's who in my movie, and you know what I mean. So that's my take on it. And like I said, like mindless movies, like you can go and see them, and it's the same old shit, you know, same plot. There's nothing really like in depth to look at into it, you know. So
And this is where I'm going to disagree with you on the mindless movie thing. I back in one of my film
but you
classes.
agree with me, right? Though, right? In the first thing I said, like not the mindless movie thing, the fact that after Disney came along, it wasn't as good.
No,
Disney's
actually
been pretty hands off. They kind of just
Yeah,
put
it's,
money into it.
the guy that's
They-
behind the whole project, Kevin
Stan
Feige,
Lee.
is no, it's not Stan Lee. Kevin Feige has been killing it. The point with the mind, there's movies like if you look at Captain America's Winter Soldier, I believe that movie's about like government spying and how much freedom do we give up, you know, for protection. Like, the whole movie's plot is like based around the book 1984 by George what is it, George Wells?
George Orwell. 1980.
Orwell?
Yeah, I think it's George
George
Orwell.
George Orwell's.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yes.
It's been a while since high school English.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the whole point. Like, it's not, if you like look in depth into some of them, like, yeah, you are right. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy is pretty much like
It's a
Or
fan
Thor.
service movie.
it's cut. You know,
Thor is
it's,
so generic, dude.
and Thor is very much cut and dry. But if you look at like the Captain America movie, even Civil War, like these kinds of movies, like even Iron Man, like these a little bit have a more like themes pushed into it than some other ones. Like Iron Man 2, you're right, not that good of a movie. It's probably one of the
Iron
worst
Man 3
of them.
was pretty bad.
Right.
It,
But like I said,
Terrible.
but if you like, Avengers 1 was actually a good movie.
Yeah, that was great.
I mean,
It
yeah,
honestly
like I said,
was.
like it's a movie. It's a movie. It's good. I mean, that's just like I said, it's my opinion.
It's not an
So I'm not
Oscar
really
winning
like
movie
super hype. Right. I'm not like
when it
super
comes to, like,
hyped. You know what I mean? I get the whole other side of it, like your side of it, the point of like if you're really into the comics and you
Yeah.
know you really want to see that kind of movie, then that by all means, like I'm not gonna hate on that. I'm just not gonna spend my $8 to $10 on a movie ticket to go see it. That's
And
just
that's fair. Because
Yeah,
like
it's a
I was
fair point.
really into the comics growing up, and that was something that I could never believe I would see on,
Right.
on the big screen.
What about
Right.
Yeah.
like the older Spider-Man movies?
Which
Like,
one?
Like
the Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire one.
Spider-Man.
We're not gonna talk about
Wait.
3, but I feel like 1 and 2 as like a standalone movie before they were like, "Hey, let's build a universe." They're not pretty bad. I mean, they're pretty standard
Honestly,
superhero
they're
movie.
They're more
X-
creative. They're more
X-Men is
creative.
better than the
More creative now?
the first
Back
two
then.
X-Men movies are better than the first two Spider-Man movies, and that's
You're
my
gonna sit
opinion.
here and tell me that X-Men 1 and 2 are better than Tobey
Yes.
Maguire's Spider-Man?
Yes, I'm going on the record saying that right now.
What about
X2,
Wolverine 1 and 2?
No. I would take
No.
the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 over those over those two movies.
God.
X-Men or Wolverine Origins is trash. I mean trash.
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad.
It's terrible.
Like I said, Amazing Spider-Man. It's not bad of a movie, but
No, not Amazing Spider-Man.
the first
just
Spider-Man?
just Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
Okay.
Well, the Green Goblin was great. You can't argue that the Green Goblin was like one of the best.
Yeah, and
comic
James
book
Franco.
villains. Yeah.
James Franco,
Franco's
I mean,
pretty
he's
good.
killing it out there in the movie scene. Whatever the hell he's getting into. That guy's a genius.
He's doing that movie about the Room now.
Yeah, he's playing Tommy
Tom
Wiseau.
yeah,
and,
thank you.
Yeah, he looks good in that.
Dave
He
Franco's
looks just
really
like
good
him.
too.
Job with that.
Yeah, he looks scarily like him. It's kind of weird.
It's
know.
extremely weird. All right.
So what else were you gonna talk
So I
about
guess
now? So
speaking
now
of
we're
superhero movies, I went and saw Lego Batman movie, and let
There
me
you
tell you,
go.
that was actually a really good movie. Even if you're not into superheroes, there's a lot of nods to older Batman stuff. But I think like for a lighthearted kids film, it was pretty dark. It had its dark moments, and
go Batman movie.
yeah. Will Arnett, I think, did a great job. There was a lot of bat beatboxing, which was a little weird. I felt like Batman rapping at points was probably a
That's-
little too much.
Well,
for
it's a
me.
children's movie, you know.
Yeah.
So
Oh, we lost
Hold
Vinny.
on.
Sorry about that, guys. Had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're getting back into it with Lego Batman movie.
mhm. Directed by what? Chris McKay.
I honestly
Who
have
the
no
director?
idea.
Well,
It's pretty good.
We might as well
power
look
of
it up.
the internet. Let's look it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of just went into it because I liked the Lego movie.
He did the Robot Chicken shit.
It was directed by Chris McKay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he pretty good director.
Yeah, I feel he did a great job.
Yeah.
Like I
think
said,
what's his name?
if you know
Me
the old, they splice in a lot of stuff from they splice in some stuff from the 60s Batman show and make fun of it.
Okay.
There's also some pretty good digs on Suicide Squad in there, which
Good.
yeah.
Good.
I was
God, did
happy
that
to
movie
see
suck.
because
Yeah.
it was pretty bad.
I like Will Arnett. He's
The
a
Will
pretty funny-
Smith movie.
Yeah.
Will Arnett's pretty good as the Batman in the Lego movie and
Yeah.
the previous one. I liked him a lot. So I didn't get to see this movie, but I mean, if it's good, I'll go check it out.
Yeah.
What kind
I
of
would-
digs did they take? Oh, sorry.
Oh no.
What kind
it
of digs
was,
were they taking about Suicide Squad?
without giving away too much of the plot, they had to do something with the villains, and Will Arnett made a joke about bringing a bunch of villains together to save the day, and he said, "What are we
Oh.
gonna call it? A Suicide Squad? That's a stupid idea." I was like,
It's pretty funny.
I was like, it's pretty good. They made fun of Batman versus Superman.
Ugh.
As you should too.
Yeah, that one was. Honestly, I still haven't seen it.
That's my
Everyone's-
thing, man. There's too many bads to equal out the goods in those movies,
Well,
man. It's just
Okay,
In the DCEU, let me just throw this out here right now. DCEU,
oh, God.
they're like,
no,
hey,
yeah, man.
they're like, hey, Christopher Nolan's Batmans were dark
Awesome
and edgy,
movies. Yes.
so let's make the whole thing dark and edgy, but disregard his Batman, so that we can
Oh.
build a Batman that's basically like a superhero Batman. Because Christopher Nolan's was like, what if Batman was a person with a lot of money? And
Right,
then,
which he is.
Yeah.
right, which he
Like-
is. But I feel like the Batman versus Superman, Ben Affleck is more of a superhero in a
Yeah.
cape kind of guy. Because
Oh.
I mean, with how Bane destroyed,
Well, you're comparing Christian Bale as an actor to Ben Affleck as an actor. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that's comparable.
in some ways, yeah.
Ben Affleck's a
but
great actor and a great director.
yeah, I'd say in the Batman
It's
sense,
very
it's a pretty
comparable.
comparable.
Yeah.
But to the Batman sense, is that what you're saying? He is comparable.
Yeah,
No,
Like-
I'd say in
I'd-
general.
yeah.
Like you would prefer Ben Affleck as Batman over Christian
No.
Bale.
No, well,
It depends.
without
I mean, I
seeing
haven't
Batman
seen the
versus
movie,
Superman,
so-
I can't really say.
All right,
I've only
Batman
seen the
versus
Dark Knight
Superman.
one.
Let me tell
that,
you, it's
Chris?
not. Batman versus Superman is not a good movie. There's a lot of problems with it when it comes to like who the villain is, and then like all the structure of it all. But Ben Affleck by far was the best part of that movie. Second to and then Wonder Woman was second
Yeah,
best thing.
everyone said Gal Gadot was the best, but she was in like 10 minutes, so that's probably why.
Yeah,
The best 10 minutes. No,
But- Ben Affleck was pretty good, and like you said, he's a superhero versus an average man, and he really does have the build of like the Dark Knight Returns Batman from that comic book storyline, which is phenomenal. That's just my opinion on it. Ben Affleck's a good actor, and he's a great director.
I just think Christian Bale is more of a method actor compared to Ben Affleck.
Except
you know
for
what I mean?
his
He's more.
his bat voice.
Yeah,
It's true, but I feel like in depth that Christian Bale was more of like he took it more as a. I mean, I guess he took the film's like theme, like being dark and edgy, and he like converted that into an Batman itself. And I feel like that's the way he portrayed him. I felt like was. I couldn't see any other actor doing it as good as he did. You know what I mean?
And you're right. The DCEU, the problem with that is they're trying to make this like Justice League, which was the event, their response to the Avengers, so fast. Where Marvel did it over the course of 4 to 5 years. They're trying to do it in like 2 to 3, and like the Flash and I think Cyborg and the Green Lantern don't even have their own movies yet.
I didn't know
Only
Green
the-
Lantern was even going to be in it. I thought it was.
Yeah,
just
he
gonna,
is. No, he's gonna and Aquaman, all of them. They don't even have their own movies yet. And Wonder Woman's finally just gonna get her own movie right before it comes out. But it's like, how can you? It doesn't seem like there's any buildup. And Suicide Squad was such a disappointment.
Wait, real quick. Did you say that Green Lantern does not have a movie yet?
We're not going to
Didn't
talk
fuck
about
with-
that.
We're not talking about that
Say-
movie.
I was about to say, didn't
There-
they have one a couple years back?
Ryan
is
Reynolds
a
was
Ryan
never Green
Reynolds-
Lantern. He was only Deadpool in the movie Deadpool. He was never Deadpool in X-Men Origins either. That's not a thing either.
There was skin fake suit Ryan Reynolds.
Oh
Um,
god. Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is only Deadpool in Deadpool.
But like they're like, oh, he's gay in that one, and then they just like are like, no, that one doesn't exist anymore. So I don't know what's going on with it.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, so
Ryan Reynolds is gay. Is that what you said?
Yeah, there was like a huge announcement. It was like a big thing. They're like, yeah, in the
I thought
Ryan
what's his
Reynolds
name was in that.
Green Lantern, he's gay.
I thought Seth Rogen was in that movie for some reason.
You think of
that's
Green
Green Hornet.
Yeah, Green Hornet.
Is that a comic book movie? I don't even know.
It
Yeah,
is,
It is.
It is okay.
but
That's
it's.
sad.
I mean, it's not it wasn't a very good movie. It was fun.
No.
I'll give it that. It was a fun movie, but it wasn't anything spectacular.
All right. So should we move on to the next topic of discussion here?
All right, let's start talking about the Grammys. I
Oh.
didn't watch the Grammys.
I watched
Uh,
part of
Just
them.
cut the end of it.
I caught a little bit of it.
You guys caught I just got the gist of it today.
Yeah.
Reading over who won and when I look like Adele pretty much won a bunch of shit. Song of the year,
Adele
album
won
of the year.
the album of the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see what she did with her award or no?
She didn't give it
Uh,
away, but she said she couldn't accept it.
Well,
Oh, really?
she broke it in half. Didn't she
Oh,
break it in half and then?
No, she wanted to break it in half and
Oh,
give it
so
to Beyonce.
So like artists are all against.
Wait, why did she want to
Ye-
give it to Beyonce?
Because Beyonce's pregnant,
Lemonade.
and she voted
No.
for Lemonade for album of the year, and she goes,
She
"I
said
understand."
Yeah, she believed that Lemonade was the best album of the year, and she was so like, "Oh, this album should have definitely won over mine." Don't
Wait,
quote
I-
me on that because that's
yeah.
not the
Yeah, no,
exact
that's
word.
no,
but
that's
that was the
exactly what she
concept of
said.
it. Yeah.
And
Wait, so Lemonade, everyone felt Lemonade should have won album of the year.
No. Adele did. That's why
Just
she was.
Adele?
Adele believed it. Well, a
It
lot
was
of
a
I feel like
good
more
album.
people
I mean,
did. I feel like more people
than
did
just
too.
Adele, but
Yeah.
Adele said this is she said that I was pregnant at once, and it's hard to be a mother, and she comes out here and sings while being pregnant and everything, and she's
Adele
a
has
tremendous.
kids?
Yeah, she has a
Yeah.
kid.
She
What?
left.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
left like doing music, the scene for like a couple of years or something,
Yeah.
if I remember.
Exactly.
Oh
Well, then
my
she had
god,
throat
I had no
problems.
idea.
Yeah, so
her
then she
throat
goes.
surgery.
I thought she was like like a cat lady. I mean, she sings about the same breakup, so I
She's like 26 years old.
The same breakup. Yeah.
yeah, she broke up with that one guy like what 10 years ago, and
Yeah.
that's every song. I mean, at least Taylor
Um,
Swift like picks a new guy
Oh,
to dump to
Jesus.
make an album.
Exactly. So she says that Beyonce's album was so good, and she voted for it, and she couldn't accept this award, and that's basically what happened.
Which award
But
was that? The
album of the year. She won Artist and Album.
and Song of the Year. She won.
personally, I thought
for
I,
25.
you could say whatever you want, but I think the best album on those 5 albums that were nominated, that Justin Bieber's album was probably the best on that whole.
What were the
spreadsheet.
five nominated albums?
It was Lemonade by Beyonce. We had 25 by Adele.
25
Purpose.
by Purpose by Justin Bieber, A Sailor's Guide to Earth by Sturgill Simpson, and then Views by Drake. Those were the nominations for Album of the Year. And then,
Definitely,
Who
definitely,
is-
yeah.
Adele.
Does anyone know who Sturgill Simpson is?
I have no idea. I think he's a.
He's
I
some
think
sort
he's a
of
country.
producer.
No. He's a
Some
country.
sort of
artist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that would explain why none of us know him. But I mean,
Yeah.
Well, then you could also look at it like this. There was a lot of mishaps. Like this year was filled with difficulties. I mean,
Didn't-
Adele.
She
Had to
messed
restart.
up. Yeah, she messed up a song, and then I watched that on YouTube. The clip of her like demanding.
Yeah, she had to
start
she
over.
just asked to restart it.
What happened with
Metallica's
the Metallica thing? Yeah.
okay. There's multiple things with Metallica. The announcer for Lady Gaga and Metallica performed on stage, and right
Together?
before,
that's-
and the lady that was introducing was like, here's how many times Lady Gaga's won a Grammy. And then she just said Lady Gaga, but didn't say Metallica. Then what's it called? Metallica's lead singer, what's his name? James Hetfield, right?
Hetfield, yeah.
Yeah. His mic went out during the concert, and then later on they don't televise. I don't believe they don't televise best metal album or best metal performance.
Probably
the best rock
not.
performance.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they have metal too, and Megadeth won. And if you don't know Megadeth, I think it's the drummer from Metallica.
Lars
That's
Ulrich.
his. Yeah, it's the drummer's new band, Megadeth, which was formed a long time ago. Hold on, guys.
Chris.
All right, so as I was saying earlier, Megadeth and the drummer, and that's his band. When they got announced for being a metal artist of the year or metal album of the year, when they were walking up, Enter the Sandman was playing by Metallica.
Oh no.
And they didn't even correct it. They had no idea. Like, it just shows you like what the Grammys really is. They don't even care about they don't really care much about music anymore. If it's not pop, they don't really care. I mean, Cage the Elephant won a
There's even
Grammy,
a-
but I didn't even know that till today.
Yeah, they won for the best rock album. Tell Me I'm Pretty. I actually enjoyed that album. The first time I heard their, I forget which song it was off that album. I didn't like it honestly, and then it took me a couple times to listen to it.
I think Blink-182 should have won best rock album.
I agree. 100% agree with you, Eric, on that.
That was a really good album. I really liked it.
I thought that was one of the best albums of the year, to be honest.
I like the short little songs that they did in there, like in between their main songs.
Like
You know.
Bohemian Rhapsody,
That is specifically the one I'm referring to. Yes.
or this pool or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's the one. The one where they sing about the pool and the naked dudes. That's
Yeah,
I fucking love that one.
But it was one of the best albums in my opinion of the year. But what I don't understand about the Grammys is why, when a song comes out in 2015, why is it nominated for the Grammys in 2017?
Can you repeat that? I didn't hear you.
When a song comes out in 2017 or an album or whatever comes out in 2015, I mean, why is it nominated for the Grammys in 2017?
Oh,
Like, why is that a thing? Because Stressed Out came out in 2015 and it got nominated for this year's Grammys.
Didn't it win something?
Yeah, for best pop or rock duo or whatever.
What one?
They won one and they accepted the award without any pants on, just in their boxers.
Who was this?
21 Pilots.
Did
Oh.
they
was
won Stressed Out, really? Oh,
was the song in like a movie or something? Because that might have been why.
No, and like the thing is like The Force Awakens won a Grammy, but that was for that came out in 2015 as well, so that's also weird.
Yes.
It's just probably missed the timeline or something.
I can understand why I missed
yeah,
the timeline for that one.
It came out like December of 2015.
Yeah, end of
2015.
December.
So this one came out in like April of 2015, Stressed Out.
Oh.
So like that's a long period of time not to even
I
get,
know. That's
Yeah,
because the Grammys only nominate the same old artists, man, and like
They just
21
nominate
Pilots is
whatever-
huge.
Yeah,
Right.
what's popular now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like Beyonce.
This
Oh,
is oh,
God.
Here we go.
Overrated.
Beyonce's
Shit.
overrated.
I could agree with that.
Why is Beyonce overrated, Will?
So, I get
Here
that
we
she's
go.
popular, and I get that she's like a really big icon for women, and that's true. She, she's done a lot of really good things, for kind of showing that like girl power and that kind of stuff. But I feel like she comes out with like the same 5 songs, and it's not just Beyonce doing it. It's a team of 20 people writing it,
Oh, right. For sure.
and then
Okay.
You hate on
Beyonce
Halo?
sings in it. Yeah, like I don't know. I just feel like she.
All the single ladies.
I've been drunk victim of that song way too many times.
I mean,
Fuck.
I love.
Oh, Vinny.
I love Irreplaceable. Don't get me wrong. That's like an old
That's a great song.
throwback jam, but I don't know. I feel like she's just kind of one of those pop artists that
Right.
they're just kinda
Her recent
pumps out an
stuff, I
album.
couldn't name you like 5 recent songs from Beyonce, to be honest with you.
The only one I know
Lemonade.
is Lemonade because of the controversy
yeah.
with it.
I'm saying
What's
I
the
couldn't name 5.
controversy? I don't know the controversy behind it.
Supposedly, it's about Jay-Z.
Oh, she called out.
It's
Yeah.
about Jay-Z having an affair with a white woman.
Rachel Roy was it? Because I remember everybody thought it was Rachel Ray.
Yeah.
And so people were like, Rachel Ray, and she would like post a thing on Instagram like just making some cookies or whatever, and then be
Yeah.
like, "You're fucking cheating," blah blah blah.
Fucking
And she's like, "No, I'm
Jay-Z."
Rachel Ray, not Rachel Roy."
She's like, no. I cook things. 30-minute
Yeah.
meals. That's what I do.
Exactly. But
Oh
props.
my
That's.
God.
I'm sure she got really even more famous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
That's
made
funny.
you.
So with anyone?
I made
okay,
you what
so
Oprah did to you.
so
It's that time of the week again, boys, where we
Roast of the
oh, should we get to the roast? Because I mean, should we get into that now? Because I mean, has anybody else
what?
seen CeeLo Green that night? I mean, oh my god, I don't know if you didn't have to watch the Grammys to know what the hell
Yes.
this guy was wearing.
I did witness Mighty Morphin Power Rangers come back for one night
Yes.
only.
Yes, C3PO made an
Yeah.
appearance.
C3PO. Yeah, he looks like the black C3PO. He does. Oh my
He
god.
looks like something you'd find in like an ancient tomb of like the mummy.
He was upset.
Okay,
He
wait.
didn't-
So hold on a second. So should we explain to the
Yeah.
listeners
So,
Oh yeah, first.
every week
what we're gonna do?
in the podcast, we're going to talk about a roast where we pick an event or a person,
Oh, yeah.
and just kind of make fun of them. That's pretty much
yeah.
it. It's like a roast. I'm sure most people are familiar with what a roast is.
Oh, yeah.
And this week's unfortunate victim is
CeeLo
CeeLo
Green.
Green.
Grammys
Honestly-
and CeeLo Green.
Yeah, honestly, I've known you guys for a long time, and I could concur to this. That, like, you 3 guys are like some of the top roasters of our friends or whatever, or anything. Anything I've heard, like it's
We're gonna get
it's
challenged
great
to
shit.
an
So that
internet roast
Right.
off.
exactly, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited to do that. I'm pretty excited to get into this.
Yeah, set your girls to high heat because we're coming. So coming at you. No, dude. So CeeLo Green. So I heard he wore that to the Grammys because he was really upset that they didn't cast him as C3PO for Rogue One when he made that small appearance. So this is
Yeah,
angst to go out against people.
Dude, the
I'm just
guy.
kidding.
Yeah,
That's
he's gonna go
complete
fight
bullshit,
John
but-
Williams.
No,
Dude,
that or we mentioned the Avengers earlier, so maybe he's trying to go for the
Maybe.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Maybe,
Who
dude.
knows?
Honestly, dude, the guy
Yeah,
looks
he's
like
Adam Warlock.
the guy looks like he's like honestly like a chocolate wrapper you give to your girlfriend on Valentine's Day. I mean, what the hell, dude? What are you doing, man? I mean, I'm looking at a picture of him right now, and just his face, man. It's like, ugh.
Well, he's wearing a
What is your
mask for
message,
it.
man? What's his message?
Isn't he?
Well, maybe he's crazy, man.
There you go.
Dude, I mean, earlier he's like blowing phones up in his ear, and now he's like,
yeah, saw that.
He's psychotic, man. He's legitimately
Yeah.
psychotic.
Well, I think ever since they kicked him off The Voice, he's been kind of upset because like that was his career
Oh.
after. What
I
was
saw a
it, like,
thing on
Fuck
Twitter.
You? That was his song.
Yeah.
Yeah, name
Yeah,
one
fuck
song
you.
after "Fuck You."
couldn't tell you, but
That's
Exactly.
I honestly
I
think that's
s-
the only song he's had since then.
one
I saw on
song.
Twitter. I saw on Twitter he did like he got into his car after and just like pretty much gave the bird to everybody like a big
That-
F you.
I loved that. It looked like his like Jedi gold robes or whatever. They looked stiff. Like when he gets in, he kind of like flops in there, and then all I can think of is Dr. Evil leaning back and like scrunching up, and then just
Yes.
trying to flip
His
off the
car.
bird, throwing up one arm at a time. That's literally.
Dude,
all
he
I
looks
can
like
think
one of those. He looks like one of those little like Buddha temple things that like you stick in your fucking front porch to
Yeah.
like keep away this dead spirits or whatever.
Yeah, you go up and you rub CeeLo's green belly for good
Yeah.
luck.
And you will be a one-hit artist
Oh.
after you rub his fucking belly.
Well,
He
he
has
has had that
2
song
hits.
"Crazy."
Yeah, when he was in that band.
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry, 2-hit. What band? I don't even know what band you in.
Oh my
Wasn't
god, I
he
have
in,
no
like,
idea.
Charles Gnarly, right?
Gnarls
Yeah.
Gnarls
Barkley.
Barkley. Gnarls Barkley. Thank
Gnarls
you.
That was
Oh,
his band. I
boy.
don't know if that was like a name for him or if that was like the name of the band.
That was
Might have been
that
his
was about it.
actual
That is
name.
him.
Yeah,
That's
that might have been his
his
actual
real
name
name?
because CeeLo Green is in his actual name. I think it's
I don't know. I don't really follow him.
No.
Well, he's irrelevant
obviously
up
now
until
he's
yesterday.
obviously now he's in the news because of his act he put on. I mean seriously, what the hell is his message, dude? Like
It was
He just
probably
wanted to-
some kind of protest or something.
He really
think-
wanted to accompany Daft Punk up on stage when they were performing.
yeah, I mean, dude, the guy like if you're gonna like protest the Grammys, then just don't show up. There you go, simple as that.
He looks like a Cromulon head. Do you guys remember the Rick and Morty episode, The
Yes.
Show Me What You Got? It's like that head of a Cromulon. He's going to the Grammys, ask him what they've got. Jesus.
Nothing for him.
No, not for him, no. That or like,
Other than
It looks like
apparently-
that dude from Fairly Odd Parents, dude, with the iron knee. The dude that fucking
Oh, the
wore
brass
gold-
kneecap.
the brass
Oh.
kneecap guy.
It was a throwback for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the brass kneecap. No, but honestly, I think he looks like Goldar from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I mean, minus the wings, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
was
don't
his
know.
tryout for the new
Maybe that was
movie.
his like Halloween costume, and no one saw him this Halloween, so he was like, I gotta
He's
bring
like,
this out for everybody.
but he's wearing like the only thing I think of is like a cross between a Jedi robe and like you ever go to your grandparents? They have those old fashioned couches where there's like a stud that pulls the leather together.
Yeah, with like all the plastic wrap over the
Yeah.
chairs. And shit.
That's why he couldn't move because he had to like waddle back to his car. But
So he's definitely our plum of the week for sure.
Eric.
Yeah,
Go
the
ahead.
thing on his
know this
forehead looked like the thing from the movie Signs, you know, with like
Oh,
crop
the
circle.
cornfield.
Yeah.
Cornfield. Yeah.
Got mazes on his head.
They-
Would know this better than anyone. What's those those candies? Because you're Italian, so would you know this? I can't think of the name right now.
With
They've
the
got
golden
the-
wrapper?
What's the name of those candies?
Oh,
is it Charlie and the
jeez.
Chocolate Factory?
No,
thank you. He was
Yeah.
he was a golden
Full of
ticket.
chocolate.
Jesus.
It's something with an F, right? It's like
Is
a
it-
collection, like the
Is it
Ferrero
Ferrero Rocher?
Ferrero Rocher.
Yes,
Yeah,
there it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, those are
That's what I'm
God,
saying.
I
The
think they're
candy
like
he looks
coconut
like.
candies.
Yeah,
They're
those
really
are good. They're not coconuts, like some sort of like chocolate,
Something like
like
that.
white
Yeah, you
chocolate.
can't really compare him to one of those because those are actually good and relevant still.
Yeah, you unwrap CeeLo Green and you're still disappointed.
Just,
You
you're
want
just
to
left with
shit
this
another
message.
washed up artist.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know if you guys saw this. I heard about it earlier to transition more into questionable fashion wear. Joy Villa.
Make America great
Have
again.
you guys ever heard of her?
I have not. Who is
Is she
she?
doing like some political
She-
statement on the
Yes.
Grammys or something?
She wore a
Oh,
Make
big time.
America Great Again dress.
Good for her.
I thought I saw her wearing like a.
Yeah, she was wearing like
uh,
some bed sheets beforehand.
No, she was wearing. She was wearing like the orange like fence thing. That, like,
Yeah, that was last year. She wore
Yeah, I remember seeing
construction
that.
fencing.
Yeah,
um,
jeez.
Yeah, but a lot of people are. Yeah, I mean,
Pissed.
whatever your views are on it.
Oh yeah, she jumped the Trump thing.
She's number one on pretty much every every music platform, like selling platform, iTunes, Google Play Store. She's got the number one album right now. And right
Really?
before
Wow.
she revealed her dress, she tweeted out her new EP.
Oh,
Mhm. I couldn't even honestly tell you
what?
I've heard of her. To be honest,
I've
with
never
you.
heard of her
Regardless
either.
of your, it shouldn't matter what your political statement is. If she makes good music, go support her. You know, I don't understand why people have to go out
Right.
there and bash her for that.
Because
It's her own. It's a
It's her
dress.
opinion, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, because
I feel like-
closed-minded people. I mean, that's honestly what it comes down to. If your views are skewed from anyone else's, especially in this day and age, if your views don't match up usually with someone else's, so for instance,
it's
if you're
the
gonna
same-
make the
same thing
the
with-
statement, what?
I guess
Same
it's the
thing
same thing
with
with CeeLo Green because I mean he's making a statement. You know what I mean? So it's
What is his statement though? Do we have confirmation?
I don't know, man. I'm still waiting to hear back from Trump. Maybe tweeting out
He
something
does
about
not
gold.
want the new Power Rangers
Yeah.
movie. That is his
Jesus.
statement.
That's the statement. I
He's a
don't know.
Mighty Morphin guy for life.
But I get
Yeah.
what you mean. I get. What
But
you mean.
anyways, it's a bold statement for her. Well, not a bold statement. It's her own statement, but people will take that as bold because they don't necessarily agree with, the president. So unfortunately, you're just going to get a lot of people who are like, "Oh, this woman supports Trump. I won't listen to her music," which sucks, but
right.
it's the way it is.
Yeah. Well, the
Does
thing is,
suck.
she's also African American, so that
Oh, well,
yeah, that kind of adds to it of people.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
apparently it's not really affecting her that poorly because she
Well, that's
had an
good.
18
Yeah,
million
she's the number
percent
one.
well, look
sales
at
jump.
Kanye West too. He's black and supported Trump, and
Kanye West supports anyone that will give him money, though. I
This
love
is true.
I love Kanye West,
I-
but like,
Desperate. He's broke.
he's nuts. He dyed his hair. He's blonde now. He looks
all right,
like,
well, who's more nuts, CeeLo Green or Kanye West?
so,
I would still say Kanye West.
Oh, okay.
didn't Kanye get admitted to the hospital or
Yeah,
something
he
like
did.
that?
Yeah.
Last fall.
Yeah, he was going little nutso boinko. Yeah,
He was going ham, working on TurboGrafx, I think it was. No one
Something.
confirmed it, but that's
His,
No.
his
that was just my assumption.
clothesline that he ripped off a homeless person in Los Angeles.
You say what you want, but those Yeezys are wonderful shoes, and I wish I could afford
Okay,
a pair.
I'm not dissing the Yeezys. I'm dissing like, oh, I'm gonna make an elongated T-shirt with some holes in it, and we're gonna sell it for $500.
I feel
But you know
shitty,
somebody
but I
out there.
have an extra long, hole-ridden long sleeve T-shirt.
yeah.
I'm
It's a
just
shame.
saying, somebody out there will buy one. Regardless of the price tag.
Just go to your
name.
local Goodwill and just rub it into the ground and give it that rustic look, and you got one of those shirts, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I want it looks like someone wore it. I don't want to buy
That-
something someone's already worn. You know.
Then spray paint yourself gold and walk out on the red carpet.
Exactly. All right, I'm gonna take a time out really quick, guys. Were we gonna talk about the plum thing? How we got that name or no?
Yes.
So I
Yeah,
forgot.
yeah,
Totally-
yeah.
totally skipped over that. So let's talk about that. So while we're doing these roasts of the week, we're gonna also include whoever is the roastee, I guess is what we'd call them. They're
Yeah,
also
Plum.
they get this plum status, this stamp that says they're a fucking plum because the story is Vinny and I. Vinny was sober this whole night. I feel bad for the guy, but I got very drunk, and Vinny, I don't even remember what I was saying to you, man. But
Yeah, because Eric was blacked out.
Yeah.
You drank half a handle of Captain Morgan to yourself.
I know, and I had like
The cat
6 or
orders.
7 beers before that too.
Yeah, Eric was having a lonely night with like 5 of us, so there was no
Yeah.
reason he should have even drank that much. And I
He was-
made one
He's the only person like
false.
drinking.
Yeah, I made.
Really?
I was the victim of an aggravated drunk Eric, and Chris was the perpetrator of an.
Let me just say, when I'm drunk and I see Chris egging me on like that, there was no stopping you, dude. There was no stopping whatsoever.
Eric saw red in his eyes. He looked at me and assaulted me like a lifeless thing, like a lifeless entity. Almost.
You were just like a little pup. You were like a little puppy on those like commercials that like save him just for $5. You can save him, and I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm gonna make one
Eric,
of this.
and then Eric kicked me through the uprights. Basically, is how bad it was. Anyways, so the long story short, Eric was going on a tangent, just ripping me apart for no reason, roasting my life. From
No, there was a
beginning-
reason why you were getting
There's a reason.
roasted.
Yeah,
There's a
Eric was
definite
drunk. That was
reason.
the reason.
Eric
No,
was
no, no,
drunk.
no. Every time Eric left the room, Vinny would be like, "Chris, what the fuck? What an asshole!" I'm like, "Yeah, I know, what a dick." And then I go get Eric. I'm like, "Hey, Eric, use this to make fun of Vinny," and he's like, "Oh, all right, I'll be right back."
To make a long story short, Eric in his drunk stupor was like, "You're fucking plum roasted. I'm like, I'm sorry, what am I? He goes, you're roasted like a fucking plum. I'm like, what does that even mean? He said, you know, man, just like a
You're
roasted.
purple.
You're purple. You're
That's
purple.
just
in
what
the
I
face.
said, dude.
You're
I have
you're
no
like-
idea.
Yeah, he said, you're roasting like a plum over a fire. We're like, that's a chestnut, you fucking idiot. And he's just like, no, man, you're roasted like a plum. So
I was
every
thinking
time
like
You're plum color.
I was thinking like a
Vince.
grape and like a raisin and being like dried out like a raisin, and the thing came to me was plum. So
Yeah, so he just went for it, and ever since, you know, if anyone's getting roasted to absolute, you know,
exactly.
Just
So now
shit.
that's why
absolute
we
shit, you
that's
call
why
them the roasted plum. You
Roasted
Exactly.
become
the shadow
fucking
realm.
plum.
exactly.
Don't
Good
get
story.
skin diseases, boys and girls.
Don't get skin disease. Bottom line of the story is wash yourself every day, and
And you won't become a plum.
you won't be a
Yep, and you
plum.
won't become a plum.
my
I mean, I feel like we should explain that part of the story. Though.
I
We
feel
can
like
leave that
I feel like we don't have to explain that
We
part.
can leave- okay.
I
we
want to
can leave
explain that part.
I feel like we
No,
can
I think
leave,
it's-
we can leave that behind.
Things are in the past for the past.
that. All right, we'll leave it up.
Sure.
So that's that. So if Bill wants to do the outro, whatever, it's
Okay.
fine.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us for the Average Podcast. We'll
Yep.
be recording it recording and posting once a week. We're gonna try and aim for a new episode every Thursday. You'll be able to find it on our YouTube channel, The Average Podcast. We're gonna try and get it up on iTunes and Google Play Store.
Yes.
Also follow us on
Oh,
Twitter.
Twitter.
It's average_podcast. We'll be tweeting out updates or that stuff like that. We all have access to it, so we'll kind of just be tweeting. Whoever tweets it will be denoted by an initial at the end of it.
Exactly.
Yep.
You can ask us questions, whatever. We'll retweet you.
Yeah, tweet us
Um,
your questions if there's something you guys want us to talk about in the podcast.
Exactly.
Hopefully next time we won't have as many random jump cuts and also
Interruptions.
interruptions.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
our first time, so we're all doing the in and out work.
Yeah.
So
Some
figuring
stuff.
it out.
So yeah, some stuff is unplanned. Probably
We're
go
looser now.
a bit longer next time. Kind of just depends on the topics. But yeah, if you guys have any questions you want to send us, just tweet it at us. You can find it at. I'll also be posting this on my personal channel at the Willionaire. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You guys have anything else you want to add in?
No.
Have a good week.
Yeah, looking forward to everything else.
All
Follow
right.
my boys Eric, Vinny, and Will on Instagram.
Yeah,
Hell
follow
yeah.
us on the
Yeah.
all on the Instagram. Whenever we get that going.
We're doing personal plugs here. Personal
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 plug.
Follow me on
any
Instagram.
PR is good PR.
Exactly. Follow me on
Well-
Instagram. Eric C Merrill, MERILL, all one word.
I'll type out. We'll have the Instagrams and Twitter and everything in the bio of this.
Exactly.
And we'll also tweet out when we get this up on the iTunes Store and the Google Play Store. But other than that, guys, have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you
Send
next
Vinny dick pics through DMs.
week. Don't do that.
God damn it, Chris.
Yeet.